Welcome back. It's the Kovacs report, and boy, it's been a week, hasn't it, guys? It has been a week. Time for some fun now. Time for some news. Yes, some big news, in fact. A book has been announced that I didn't notice until today. It was announced yesterday, and it plays into the larger Marvel U. Now, if you're a fan of Doctor Doom, if you're a fan of Captain America, if you want to know what's going to happen to the Marvel Universe after the One World Under Doom event ends, then you're going to find out right here. So I'm going to go through these two articles, give you my thoughts. There will be spoilers, of course, so if you don't want to know, look away, cover your ears, like the video if you can, and hit subscribe. So, first on the agenda is the fact that there's a preview to Captain America 4. Now, I've been really enjoying this book by Zdarsky. It's been a bit of a slow burn, and I had to read the issues a couple of times to really appreciate what he's doing there. He's building this sort of smouldering story of two men that have had the mantle of Captain America hanging over their head. They're trying to be the men they're supposed to be. They're trying to fight for their country and do the right thing. But events that they are subject to are starting to make them think a little bit differently. So you can see these men breaking down everything to rebuild themselves up. And that's what I'm getting from it anyway. And I'm really enjoying it. It's pretty good. So Captain America issue 3 came out this week as of recording this video, and Captain America and Doom are about to have, well, they started a big showdown between the two of them. I guess this issue is going to be that big fight. And then there is something else. There's something else called The Will of Doom, right, which ties into also Captain America 6 and the aftermath of One World Under. So this is really interesting. That's also by Zdarsky. So let's find out what this is about. This says, get your first look inside the upcoming issue and witness the battle that entwines Steve Rogers' fate with Victor Von Doom's, charting a course for the future of the Marvel use. Now, another thing you need to take into account now is that Steve Rogers, Captain America, they've kind of revised. In fact, there's no kind of, they've completely revised his history. So he wasn't found, by the Avengers back in the 60s in a block of ice. No, he was found shortly before or shortly after 9/11. So he's awoken into this world, this post 9/11 world, where everything is just crazy. I'm sure many of you lived through it. A lot of my viewership, is American. So you know exactly what I mean. So he's in this world where there's confusing things. There's these enemies that are now resurfaced. He's unsure of what's going on. He was used to those olden days of, the 1940s, an opening door for women, and things are maybe a lot less complicated, right? There's the bad guy, go and punch him out, and things are different now. So it says Captain America by Zdarsky, and Valerio Schiti, who's doing a great job of the art, returns to the early moments when Steve Rogers emerged from the ice after World War II. The first arc in the acclaimed series explores the Man Out of Time's first foray into the ironclad clutches of Doctor Doom. Now, I don't know why they said emerged from the ice after World War II, because it was a lot later than after World War II. I know it's after World War II, but that kind of frames it like it's like the old world. It isn't. So anyway, in Captain America 4, our titular hero and the Latverian monarch will come to a head. The preview for the upcoming issue sees the two powerful figures caught in a brawl, with Doctor Doom wielding his mystical might against Cap's shield. It's the first battle between Captain America and Doctor Doom, with only the fate of Latveria hanging in the balance. How will this historic battle between two titans shape the future of the Marvel Universe? The past will catch up with the present in the recently announced Captain America 6 and the Will of Doom #1, each dealing with the fallout and aftermath of One World Under Doom. So I'm guessing this is a story from soon after he was awoken and put to work. And then there's a big gap of time to what's going on now in Latveria and One World Under Doom. And I'm guessing it's going to connect. So, between the Will of Doom and Captain America, we're charting a new course for the Marvel Universe with one simple statement. Doom always has a plan, teased series writer Zdarsky. Witness Captain America's first battle. And we get some really nice preview pages. It looks like Doom here is sort of pleading to the crowd, showing, this American being in Latveria, trying to change things up, trying to get the crowd under control, and his Doom bots waiting behind him. And the clash begins. And what you'll find here is he's wearing his classic top, right? Because at the beginning of this this little arc, he's been sent in on a sort of secret mission, and he's got all this blacked out sort of stealth suit on, right? And there was this statue with his costume on, celebrating Captain America's exploits in World War II in this Latvian museum. And after a bit of a scuffle with a Doombot, Cap is sort of lying in the ruins of that with this classic, as we know him, classic Captain America shirt lying on top of him. And I guess that issue is trying to symbolize the fact that there's going to be a rebirth. You know, Captain America has been brought back. You know, he's said no to the Avengers in this re-envisioning of it. He believes his time is with the army. Okay, and now he's seeing things that aren't quite right. He's starting to think maybe Doom's right about some things and wrong about the others. And maybe this is Cap becoming the Cap that we know and love. So that's why he's wearing that. And I think it's very symbolic, not only for these pages, because it means he is taking up this mantle of who he was before, and maybe a different mindset going forward. So that's really, really exciting. So what will Captain America and Doctor Doom shared past foreshadow about their respective futures? Pick up Captain America number 4, so October the 15th. So we're just over a month away, and we've got also some more preview pages. So got a beautiful Valerio Schiti. Maybe this is the cover. I'm not actually sure, but look at it. This is Cap raising his shield around the Latvians. I guess he's trying to rally them and tell them that Doom's a bad guy. And I guess this is the beginning of the fight. Yeah, here we go. Look at it. It just looks so cool. The art is so dynamic. We've got a Latvian. I guess these are Latvian soldiers, or are these the resistance? They're coming in. And we got the second Cap, Dave Coulton here. There's the modern Cap that took Steve's place while Steve was in the ice. He's there too. Now he's having a bit of a breakdown too. He's realizing that some of the things he had to do in war, some of the things that he's being told maybe aren't true. So there's Doom and his bots giving Cap going over. And there he is, just that classic, I may be down, but I'm not out, getting his dukes up, ready to fight. And that's the Cap that we love. And it just looks great. It looks absolutely amazing. And that's where we end with that page we saw earlier. So what's the other one about? Well, it says the fate of the Marvel Universe falls on Captain America's shoulders in the Will of Doom #1 and Captain America 6, the aftermath of One World Under Doom. Now, One World Under Doom is this event that's going on now in Marvel. And again, I've been I've not said very nice words about it, because in my opinion, it's been extremely weak. It hasn't really gone anywhere. It hasn't really done anything. And there's not much, or if anything, that I've noticed in the books that I'm reading that is affecting the real other mainline books. It's just been a wasted effort, I think. I think Doom's been mishandled quite badly. The story's been really boring and repetitive up until this point. Also, it's been extremely late. So I think some of the books that are coming out now, I guess we're probably supposed to be out after the end of this. So it's been one big, huge mess. I think Chip Zdarsky's been brought in to basically rescue it, because I think Marvel realizes it's a bit of a failure. Ryan North, I don't think he can handle events very well. I'm not enjoying his other books either. I just don't get it. I just don't click with him. Anyway, One World Under Doom 7 hit stands this week. Well, as of this week, so that is out, and readers witness Marvel's greatest supervillain's last-ditch effort to maintain power. So essentially what he's done, he's become the Sorcerer Supreme, if you don't already know, and he's become the leader of the world. He's solved all the problems that no one else could. However, there was a price, and the price was he has basically his Latvian population in this Matrix-style building, all having their life force pulled out of him to power him, basically. And that's been revealed to the world, and some people are okay with it, some people aren't. However, he's a bad guy, and the good guys want to take him down. So they've all rallied together, and they've done this big, huge strike against Latveria and Doom to try and take him down once and for all. So let's carry this on. But while his desperate actions in the event's closing issues may not save his rule, they will ensure his impact will be felt forever. In the aftermath of Doom's fall, Marvel's heroes brace for what's next this December in The Will of Doom #1. And that's a special year-ending one-shot by Eisner-nominated Chip Zdarsky with superstar artist CAFU. Then all eyes turn to Captain America as he leads the charge towards the future of Latveria and the entire Marvel Universe in Captain America 6. So I guess Cap's going to be quite pivotal to the end of this event, or non-event, as you may look at it. And he is going to be responsible for, I guess, everything that goes forward. Again, just to remind you, this is a new Cap. So all that history before that we're used to, that I guess that's just been written out, because hasn't really happened with this cap. Anyway, Captain America 6 is the start of a new chapter. By Chip Zdarsky and Valerio Schiti's run, bringing their recently launched series to a present day with a bang. So the current arcs, like I say, are from the past in the 2000s, I guess, early 2000s, mid 2000s, and this is going to be right now. So, okay, I see what's going on here. Yeah, this is definitely connecting everything together, and I think it's trying to unbury the damage that One World Under Doom has done. It says Captain America's mission to restore order in Latveria will be hindered by Salvation, a new villain. We have a new villain, and we get to see him, I think, with secret ties to the country's tragic history. As war breaks out, long-hidden machinations of Doctor Doom will be brought to light, uncovering a shocking evolution of Doom's legacy. Another adversary Captain America finds herself against will be General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, a.k.a. the Red Hulk, seeking revenge against Latveria for his imprisonment during One World Under Doom. Red Hulk's involvement will be set up in the Will of Doom issue 1, among other upcoming major storylines across Marvel Comics. So this really is going to be a springboard for shaking up the quite shoddy state of Marvel books at the moment. So that story with Red Hulk, I read it with his escape. It was okay. The Red Hulk book itself is getting cancelled because it's just, again, another one of those mid books. Now, I have got an upcoming video of how to save Marvel. Yes, the savior of Marvel here. Me, probably not. But I've got a good idea of what they could do to really get these Marvel books back on track. Anyway, let's take a look. So this, I guess, is the Will of Doom cover. It looks like a giant Red Hulk hand crushing the mask of Doom. That's ominous. So this is by Chip Zdarsky, as we said, with art by CAFU. Covers by Jonas Scharf. So long live Doom. In the Will of Doom number 1, as the Fantastic Four deal with the fallout from One World Under Doom, they're faced with big questions and a surprising new global menace. Will the White House have their backs? Will the Red Hulk? The next stage of the Marvel Universe starts here, and we get this cover here, Captain America 6. Oh, I guess this is Salvation. I guess this is the new villain. He looks really cool. Really cool. You know what? I'm getting some classic Captain America flashbacks here. This looks to be very promising. I'm extremely excited. So this is Chip Zdarsky with art by Frank Alpizar and Delio Diaz, and that's a cover by Valerio Schiti. So Salvation first appearance, there'll be a variant cover. Of course, there'll be variant covers. So what does the synopsis say? Oh, it's pretty big. So Cap returns to present day for an all-new era, another all-new era, Marvel readers. In Captain America 6, the aftermath of One World Under Doom has brought Latveria to the brink of civil war. Captain America deploys to protect civilians and investigate rumours of a weapons stockpile. And with warring factions tearing the country apart and a team of allies pursuing their own agendas, can Captain America hope to bring peace to Latveria? And is that even what his handlers want? This sounds like it's very much based on real events after 9/11. So the parallels will be drawn. It's interesting. I think this is going to stoke up a little bit of controversy. And I've read some already on the internet about where the arc is at the moment, but we will see. So, quote unquote here, Latveria with Doom in charge is incredibly dangerous. Latveria with Doom in charge is even worse. Latveria with Doom in charge is incredibly dangerous. Sorry, I read it wrong. Latveria without Doctor Doom in charge is even worse. Of course, Zdarsky explained. Thunderbolt's Ross and Latveria's new leader, Salvation. So he's actually the leader of the country, not just some random villain that's come out of the shadows. Have their eyes on Latveria's deadliest secrets, and whoever gets their hands on them will be a threat that will undo the world. So I guess this is the weapons of mass destruction analogy, right? Or parallel. So between the Will of Doom, Captain America, we're charting a new course. We know that already. Glimpse this exciting new era with the reveal of Jonas Scharf's The Will of Doom cover, Josemaria Casanova's Captain America 6 variant cover, spotlighting Salvation, and Zdarsky's Captain America 6 variant cover, teasing the future of Doom. Plus, check out a stunning wraparound cover for The Will of Doom, number 1 by J. Scott Campbell. So I guess these are the covers. Here we go. So Doom always has a plan. Okay. That's okay cover. I do love this cover. This first appearance cover. It looks really cool. This villain looks like he's got some balls. What else we got? We've seen that one. We've seen that one already with the Hulk there. This is by Jonas Scharf. and this very, very nice wraparound cover here with some very sort of classic interpretations of the Marvel U, which is interesting because I think I think there's going to be some costume redesign, judging by some other variant covers I saw earlier. Some of them are good, and some of them are just really not. I hope it's just for a sort of variant cover series rather than actual changing the costumes in the books too much. So there we have it. Very, very interesting times. Is this Marvel realizing that they've got to make a big shake-up? Is this the start of Marvel listening to the fans and putting good creators on their books, telling good stories? I do not know, but I really, really, really hope that is the truth. I'm super excited. I love Cap. Doom's probably one of my favorite quintessential Marvel villains, apart from the Green Goblin. So, you know what? Hopefully, we'll be in for a treat. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think of this whole One World Under Doom. What do you think of the new Cap book? Do you think this new Will of Doom and what it's suggesting is going to make the Marvel U a much better place to be in and read? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Anyway, like the video if you can. Hit subscribe. See you soon.